This is USA MVP, and I'm here to talk about the Floyd Mayweather vs. Victor Ortiz fight, which takes place September 17th. We're going to talk about Floyd Mayweather and his layoff and how I think it affects him and how I don't think it affects him. Um, yeah, I think he's 34 now. Age is probably setting in as a factor. But to his defense, he works out consistently all the time. Even when he's not preparing for a fight, he's still training. So I don't think it's going to really be a big issue in the fight. What I would say is he doesn't fight so much on his toes anymore. If you look at the fight with Juan Manuel Marquez and Shane Mosely, he kind of comes forward, stays planted. But with that being said, he's more susceptible to be hit. And if you look in the third round with the Shane Mosely fight, he got hit and he got kind of wobbled, but he recovered and recuperated and continued on the fight and dominated the fight. Uh, his conditioning, I think Mayweather probably has some of the best conditioning in the sport, so I don't think that's going to play a factor. Uh, Now let's talk about Victor Ortiz. Victor Ortiz is coming up from junior welterweight. His last two fights that I really recall from junior welterweight were the one with Marcos Maidana and Lamont Peterson. The other ones were some tune-up fights, so I'm not really going to speak on them too much. The fight with Marcos Maidana, he got knocked down. He knocked Marcos Maidana down. But after the fifth round, it seems like he started to dwindle. And the same goes for the Lamont Peterson fight. After the fifth round, he started to dwindle, and that's how he caught the draw. And the first fifth round, he seems very explosive. Now, what I think is going to happen with this fight is I think Mayweather is going to control the pace of the fight, and he's going to pop shot him to victory for unanimous decision. But he is susceptible to be hit. I think Victor Ortiz has a puncher's chance. If you look at the fight Victor Ortiz had with Andre Berto, I still believe Victor Ortiz dwindled after the fifth round, but it also has something to do with Andre Berto's conditioning as well. I think Andre Berto was not in great condition. After the fifth round, he dwindled as well. And Andre Berto is not really a good boxer. I think he's a very explosive fighter with great power and speed, but he's not a boxer or a technician. And I think that Victor Ortiz has not seen somebody on the level of Mayweather when it comes to that. Uh, so, that being said, I give Mayweather the unanimous decision, and it's going to be an interesting fight. Let me know what you think.